All right. Wow. I had gotten through 30 minutes and had no mic, so that's nice. That's great. But we're going to go back through it. First and foremost, we've got this crazy fucking
I pointed you to the exact
favorite video. Instant favorite. Love this shit. You know what? While I think about it, let me go. I'm gonna play a little bit of this while I go grab my fucking phone so I can make sure that I have audio. One sec.
paragraph.
Stop.
It's her education.
Stop
Because you don't
Interrupt.
want to hear
Oh,
what the
stop!
argument is.
Stop! You interrupt me one more time, you are being held in direct contempt of court, and
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
wipe that smirk off
I don't
your
have a
face.
smirk on my face.
Oh, yes, you do.
I do not.
I am not going to tolerate this from you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Fill out the request, get the form from...
Okay. All right. I'm back. So to start off, it's this guy. He's apparently he's a lawyer. He's just some kind of criminal proceeding, and he is refusing to fill out some paperwork. He wants some kind of trial done now. Is kind of the backstory, and his reaction to all of that is it gets a little fucking crazy. It doesn't work out too well. So
Our court clerk's office on the second floor. Make
my favorite part is like pretty much up front.
sure it comports with what you've got already. Get it filed, mailed in, whatever you need to do. Let us assess her request. If it's...
My client's not seen her child.
You're gonna notice I have like twine. My headset broke, so I just have twine.
There is no order in this court, and there's been no jurisdiction found that this court has jurisdiction over this child.
So he's obviously getting very heated, and I think generally as an attorney, you probably shouldn't get that invested emotionally, but big feelings.
Who has never lived in your county.
You just interrupted
Never
me.
lived.
You
I did
just
not.
interrupted.
There was a pause. There was a break. I wasn't done with my argument.
And I was not done with my statement. You interrupted again. Do not throw your...
God, dude, it's better every single time I watch it. Play back. Watch the phone. Watch the phone. Look at this fucking lawyer, dude. Oh my god. He looks so fucking upset.
I did not throw. It fell.
Doesn't even look at him. He's just still
Off the
staring at this fucking phone. It's the tactical toddler move. You gotta, if you get a little upsetty, wetty, and you got some big feelings, and you really need to get them out, you gotta throw something.
Never lived. I did not. There was a pause. There was a break.
And he'll say that he meant to set it. It fell off the bench, is what I'll say. Here's the bench right here.
I wasn't done with
Watch
my
that hand
argument.
movement.
And I was not done with my statement. You interrupted again.
Come on, man.
Do not throw your...
I did not throw. It fell off
I
the
didn't
bench.
even
Please
throw
stop
it.
stating things that are not true, ma'am.
Sir, you've got a room full of witnesses.
I do. I put it down. I did. I put it down and it fell down. I did not fall.
Then settle down.
I'm not upset, and I'm not arguing. You're not
You're very obviously upset, and you're arguing.
letting me make an argument. I'm not red in the face, ma'am. I'm not.
Stop. Our court reporter cannot get
He
what we
walks
both
away.
say.
That's so
I
bad.
am trying to make my argument.
30-year lawyer, 30-minute lawyer.
You interrupted my argument halfway through.
This is
On
a
an
panic
objection.
button that will get every available deputy in
Yes,
front of
ma'am.
Tom
I'm
County.
aware. It's happened to
You're
me before.
interrupting. It has.
Yes.
Because you're out of line
Yeah,
with courts.
I guess so.
Okay. If I push that
Or maybe
button,
because I'm a transgender attorney practicing all over the state.
I don't know what you are.
You do, ma'am.
Obviously
It's
goes
not-
to it. Obviously goes to it. First of all, mad respect. Better beard than I've got. Respect where respect is due. I mean, I don't know if you just get that on testosterone. If you're a female and you take testosterone, like, do you just get that kind of beard, like, immediately or what? Because, like, Maybe I need to take some testosterone. It'll fill me out a little bit.
You do.
I don't know whether
You do,
you're
ma'am. You do.
transgender,
You
other
do.
than you have just now
No,
advised me,
ma'am,
and
you
that
do.
doesn't have
You
anything
do.
to do
It's
with
happened when we
anything.
talked on the phone.
See, this is my favorite part because he says that. First of all, this guy is very passing. I wouldn't have guessed that. If he didn't say anything, I would have thought, this is, this regular guy, right? To then take it to not only like say that she knows, the judge knows, but also that even on the phone the judge knows. That's a level of psychosis that you can't find typically. That's a mentality of you're out to get me that only narcissists have.
That wasn't talking, let me tell you. You were entirely inappropriate.
You were yelling at
so
me, and I did not even know you were the judge.
And I didn't know you from Adam.
I
at
said,
that
my name
point.
is Rob Hopkins. I'm
Which
an
doesn't
attorney
mean
in Oklahoma City.
No, sir, you did not.
Okay.
Okay?
There's no one there to know that, right?
Okay. So we are pausing this until you get the ADA request form filled out and it gets processed.
So we're going to pause the hearing on jurisdiction that's been set twice. I drove an hour and a half to have the hearing. My client's available telephonically, and we are simply not even taking testimony.
Is your client available telephonically?
Yes, ma'am.
today?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then get her on the phone.
Thank you.
Gotta
Your
pick
Honor,
up the
which
phone.
we would object.
So he's about to call his client. This guy comes in, old Southern lawyer. You can immediately tell.
This is as clear as the nose on my face that this woman will not appear before this court because she has a warrant for stealing.
Objection, hearsay.
Screaming immediately from this guy. Just screaming at the objection.
That's not true. And you're ready
You
to
will find, sir,
Don't
that
yell at me and
it's over me.
or shout at me.
I'm not putting it up there.
No, we're stopping.
Get out of my face,
I've been doing
sir.
that for a long
Get out of
time.
my face, sir.
You may step
Get
back.
out of my face.
You should leave this county.
Get out of my face. Get out of my face.
This is where it gets so fucking good. Oh my god. You're in for
You're
a
keeping
treat.
my friend. You're being ugly.
And get out of my face. Why?
Because you're in direct
I bet he
contempt of court.
stays.
He
I bet he's
shouted
right
at me.
over here.
No, I'm not being. You did not even say that I was in
You are
contempt.
in direct.
No, I'm not
Judge,
doing
I
my stuff.
apologize, but I felt very threatened by this person. Not the screaming and the yelling in court. I've never even heard that before in this courtroom.
See, this is mistake number one. If the cop goes to grab your arm and put it behind your back, you gotta. It's over. It's over. The arrest's being made. Your time to fight it is not now.
Do not hurt me. Do not hurt me.
Hands behind your back.
Do not.
Puts the hand behind the back, takes it back out. That's resisting arrest immediately.
You're throwing me over
Stop
the.
resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Okay. Put your hands behind your back. Stop resisting.
You know exactly what's
Why
happening.
don't you all walk that way?
You know exactly what's happening. Yeah, you're getting fucking arrested.
I can't walk. I'm being thrown down.
Just settle down, walk.
Very obviously standing up. And, I'm being thrown down. He gets thrown down. He does.
That way.
Settle down. Do not grab me. Do not grab me. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're hurting me. You're hurting me. You resisted me. You just
Yeah, the cops are allowed to kick you. They're allowed to punch you too.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
You see how he like immediately loosens his grip? I can't breathe. Loosens the grip. Puts it from his neck down and then he continues and then he's like, okay, fuck you, you can breathe.
I can't breathe.
Put your hands behind
I
your back.
cannot breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Please call the cops. These cops are arresting me. Fuck. It's like an alarm going off. He's screaming so loud other cops heard from the hallway.
Somebody call 911! Somebody call 911! Somebody call...
I got your phone now.
I think he was trying to call 911. I think that's where they took his phone from. Was him.
All right, we're gonna pick you up. Go on inside.
No, I don't. Get a female officer now! Get a female officer now! Get a female officer
There
now!
aren't any.
There aren't any. You're gonna have to saddle up, buddy.
I can't get up, I can't see! He just threw my glasses! I can't see! Give me my glasses! Put them on my face!
No.
Put them on my face, I cannot see!
Go.
Please give me my glasses, I cannot see! I'm not trying to walk and I cannot see! I need my wallet!
Thanks, Robert. Thanks, guys.
I'm trying to walk!
Career immediately over, by the way. You don't get to come back from that one. You don't get to, God, in recording on X. Ah, what a fucking treat for everybody involved, honestly. Some of the comments. Judges usually leave the room when the sound. Yeah, she did just sit there. I don't know if you ever saw that. So like when he starts getting arrested, yeah, she stays. Let's see. Now, a lot of people are focusing on the trans thing. I don't think that's what matters here. I think that they're just crazy. I love this guy. God, I don't know who this actor is. That scene in, Miss Doubtfire. Perfect. Side note. Yeah. Obviously expected comments because, you know, it's a trans person, so. That's gonna be the thing. There's no King's protest. There is, and there's a lot of scoops coming out of it. First and foremost,
People who look like
we've got this lady. Now you're gonna notice a trend for all of these rallies. If you ever view a No Kings rally clip, you're always gonna notice that they're all above the age of 65, and you can always tell that they're the kind of old people that watch NBS, basically, or NBC, whatever the fuck the alphabet companies are. They sit in their homes all day and they watch this, and they're bored, they're not doing much of anything, maybe their faculties are leaving them a little bit, and so they just feed on every single bit of information they get from these people. And it turns them into this. It turns them into just fucking out of touch retards. You know,
It seems like there's a lack of diversity here today. That it's mostly people who look like you and I, and I just
This
it's
is not.
so
This is
sad.
not. It is not for black people, for people of color to get out on the street. They're at risk when they do that. If anybody's going to get arrested here, it's going to be a black person. It is not.
yeah. So the logic would be gone if she knew what the BLM riots were, because that's all that they did. They went out on the streets. So, but in her mind, she's like some white vigilante fighting for these, you know, underprivileged folks. Probably uses some outdated terms too, but you know.
Not safe for them, and they don't need to participate. We need to walk in their name.
Gotcha. Okay.
I love this guy, by the way. Just doesn't know what's going on.
Wow. Okay. What do you think about voter?
I'm gonna guess that's husband. Actually, he's standing around too much.
ID. Do you think it's racist?
It's 100% a tactic to.
Watch the buzzwords. Watch the buzzwords. She's gonna come in with buzzwords.
Control the population and
Control the population. Yeah.
prevent people from voting so
Prevent people from voting. Yeah.
that the only votes so that the gerrymandering
Gerrymandering. We got another one.
can work so that white
voters
can vote in white Christian males.
White Christian males.
Have you been voting blue
males.
most of your life?
I voted blue in the womb.
Ah, wonderful.
When she was in the womb, it was probably Jim Crow, so that's not a flex. I'd back away from that one. Hell, when she was 18, Democrats were probably still like the Southern Democrat racists.
Yeah.
If you had to vote for a Republican, J.D. Vance or Rubio, which one would you pick if you had to?
I would slit my throat.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dramatic. They're always so fucking dramatic, too. Well, he's got a bunch of these. There's some good ones
Do you
here. This guy
Think
right
that
here.
the United States or Iran is more of a dictatorship?
Do I think the United States or Iran is more of a dictatorship? I've never lived in Iran. You know, I mean, it's hard for me to. I can't really say. I've never lived in Iran, so like it's really.
Who could know? Who could know? Who could tell? Let he who was without Ayatollah cast the first stone. Really, it's we basically have our own Ayatollah. You know, it's the Protestants. You know, so basically it's like the same thing. Like Whoopi Goldberg's. Now, granted, I genuinely don't believe that this guy actually knows anything about Iran. I think he's just stupid, and I mean he's got his little sign. He's just out here to join his community. I don't expect him to know much, but man, now this guy does know a lot of stuff and is still, you got a little younger crowd here. Now, granted, these people, this one's obviously protesting. I don't know if these people are protesting. You got the oldies. Is that the same fucking guy? Dude, it is! What a callback.
Would you like the U.S. to lose this war?
Oh yeah, down with the U.S. empire. They've been terrorizing the whole world. The U.S. and Israel both have been aggressors in the Middle East for who knows how long,
Yeah, just aggressing and shit. We do be aggressing and shit. Really, if you think just every turn we do be aggressing.
9/11's almost certainly an inside job that Israel pushed the U.S. to do to go to war with Iraq.
Yeah, Israel helped the U.S. set up that nefarious day so that they could go into Iraq, even though Iraq was an aggressor in the Middle East, actually. So wait, if Iraq's an aggressor and we're the aggressor, which country should fall? Is it based on like how much aggression, like overall, like how do we figure this out? But he probably doesn't know anything about Iraq.
Israel's been carrying out a genocide for years now.
No, not really. Hamas just came out apparently and stated that they are paying 50,000 families for their service people, their terrorists dying during the war, which I think the full number is like 80,000. So, we were told that it was like 50-50, 50% combatants, 50% kids. Apparently those numbers are much smaller than we thought.
Rightfully so. I think a lot of people are, pretty upset that the U.S. ruling class is deciding to start another war in the Middle East with our tax dollars, the working class's tax.
Yeah, just for fun. Just for fun, just doing it.
Tax dollars that are used not just for this war in the Middle East, but the Ukraine war, used to fund Jeffrey Epstein and all of his besties. And
yeah, the U.S. government paid Jeffrey Epstein. That's what it was. Yeah, we have those receipts.
The ruling class to do all their sick shit they want to do to help get more support.
So you're against funding Ukraine?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's a total.
At least he's ideologically consistent. I think this is probably not a leftist. I think this is probably a groiper. Because looking at him, he's not ugly. You know, he's not like looking crazy. Looks pretty well groomed, pretty fit. So if I had to guess, I'd say like, Regard. I'm gonna say Regard. Regard Groiper instead of Lefty.
Whole, I mean, waste of our tax dollars. It's all a playground for companies like Palantir, Oracle to test.
I bet if you asked him any questions about those companies, he wouldn't be able to tell you fucking shit about them. Not a single thing.
All their technology on the Palestinians, terrorize them, and then they use it back here. I mean, you could look at Minneapolis, like they were using elite, they were violating the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, left and right, and you're already seeing like the shooting in Austin that's like a caricature of a terrorist attack. Like this guy had a shirt on that said something like "property of Allah," and before the shooting happened in Fort Huachuca, there was like a huge.
I love that the deciding factor of whether or not something's a false flag now is whether or not it really looks like the thing it would be. So like in this case, it would be a radical Muslim who had shot up a place in Austin. I don't remember which one this is, but I do remember the shirt. And obviously, you know, if you are, I'm actually going to put out a tweet, by the way. I'm going to put out a tweet. I got some followers now. I got a lot of followers. Hell motherfucking yeah. Anyways, I love how in these people's minds, the deciding factor of what is or what isn't a false flag is how much it looks like the thing. Like if you're a radical Muslim doing a terrorist attack, it seems pretty reasonable that you would wear a t-shirt that says "property of Allah." I mean, like that's something that you would do reasonably. I don't think anybody's confused about that. So like, why would that be a false flag? Why would that be what we would say is a false? Like, oh, it looks too much like a thing. Yeah, they're usually going to be cut and dry. They're usually going to look like the fucking thing that they are because it's just the fucking thing, right?
Spike in Google searches of this guy's name. Like it's obviously a.
I love the Google searches, by the way. This is a conspiracy theory that I fucking love. So the theory goes that in like Israel, there will be like a spike of Google searches of a name at a specific time that is before the time that it happens here. Or, something like that. Because nobody knows what the fuck a time zone is. We just don't know what a time zone is. Oh man, and it's God, it's such a treat every single time because it happens every single time, obviously, because it's fucking time zones. And so they Google the person. And they're like, "Look, Israel was Googling this guy." If you're gonna do a false flag, do you think you'd be fucking stupid enough to Google the guy's name? And at the rates to which he's being Googled, what do you think they send out flyers to like all of the fucking like Israelites to be like, hey, we're doing a false flag in America, guys. Search this guy's name now.
Fucking psyop. And the U.S. ruling class is pulling out all the stops because they're getting fucked. They got their teeth knocked out by Iran.
There's just no way you could look at Iran. You look at the Iran war and you say, Iran's winning. Wow. God, we're taking a beating, fellas. They literally have killed, like, none of our people. And we've taken out their entire command structure. Really, it's not a numbers game. It's a vibes game. And the vibes are mad off for the Americans. You hate to say it.
Major U.S. bases were hit. The USS...
The U.S. bases were literally hit. The U.S. bases were hit, and that's how we decide who wins the war, right? So, like, their command structure decimated, killed everybody. But, I mean, how many bases did we hit? They don't have a lot of... we have more bases than them, so, like, basically we lost. I mean, you're out protesting safe at home in America, whereas they can't leave their houses. But basically, if you think about it, like if you really delve into it, Iran's basically winning because they struck military bases.
Lincoln was hit. Like, they're getting destroyed by Iran.
Are you happy to see that from Iran? Like, would you like the U.S. to lose this war?
Oh yeah, down with the U.S. empire. They've been terrorizing
You're gonna love what they say next. You're gonna love what this guy says next.
the whole world since, I mean, God, where to start? But
He does. He doesn't know when intervention started. By the way, interventionism. He doesn't know when it started. You're gonna love this next line, where America's fucking with the entire world. Now, where do you think this guy starts that out? It's not great. He doesn't pick the best. He makes a decision here.
certainly since World War II, you have Vietnam, you have
World War II. Yeah, those dirty Americans fucking with World War II, fucking with those Germans. Can you imagine? God, what a pieces of shit we are.
Korea, you have countless wars and genocides they funded.
Korea's fine. Okay, Korea was kind of a bad decision. Okay, you got that one. But funding genocides? Which ones? I mean, because not Israel, because there's no genocide there. And then not Rwanda, not Myanmar. God, what's another good one? World War II, obviously, was not us. Oh, Turkey, Armenian genocide wasn't us. No. So I mean, which genocide are we?
I hope that the people of America in the world see that the U.S. is not this invulnerable empire, and I hope this really shatters their image. But other things could happen. I mean, the U.S. could put boots on the ground. They're already talking about it. Yeah. They're talking about nukes.
Nobody's talking about nukes. What is it like? Where is this guy getting his information? Like, he's got to be getting it off Twitter or no, TikTok. TikTok is what it is.
A lot of things could happen.
Us being in New York City, we're in the center of the universe, as people call it. And Iran, if they were to send ballistic missiles into the United States, if they were, that it could likely be in some place like New York. Would you almost like be willing to die for that message for U.S. to lose the war? Because if U.S. loses the war, you and I are probably done for, right?
I mean,
we're in New York.
I don't want to die, to be clear.
I want the empire to crumble, but like I want to be safe. I want to just like join the other team and then them be like really nice to me and shit.
I'm part of Mao's Communist Union. I want a whole lot more than just what the Constitution.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. What are you doing? I'm just interviewing her. Are you stopping my interview?
No.
Oh, you stepped in front of it.
Huh?
How come you stepped there?
Huh?
How come you stepped in front of my interview?
What?
I'm getting...
Man, what a fucking Chad. What a Chad. Honestly, what a great move. Doing the I actually don't speak any English and I don't know what I'm doing move is peak. You gotta hit him with it sometimes.
Deja vu, man. I see you every time here. How you doing?
So much.
You miss me? How you been?
Oh, he speaks it.
Who do you work for?
Work for you. Want to give me a cut of your pay?
Oh, okay.
Oh, he speaks English now. Yeah.
First question is, can you tell me about your work experience?
So that's Sam Lee. I've seen him at just about every protest that I've gone to in the past year. That's why he said that he missed me.
This might be some year. I mean, I don't deny that.
Wow.
Oh, another person.
Sam organizes with the Party for
Shuffling 'em
Socialism
out.
and Liberation's New York City branch. He appears in the featured photo on Liberation News, which is PSL's official media outlet. This is Sam at a Speak Out protest against Con Edison because he's just as passionate about Con Edison as he is about the Iranian regime. Now, New York City's PSL's official Instagram account follows his personal page. Sam passes out flyers at the same protest that wannabe Hamas jihadists attend. I try to talk to them, but bravery isn't their strong suit.
Hey, what's that headband?
I know who you are. I'm not going to speak to you. I know who you are.
Who am I?
I know your YouTube channel.
In July of 2024, Sam was in Washington, D.C. for a massive anti-West protest.
Good.
This is him after getting pepper sprayed by law enforcement. Then
Good.
back to New York for another day at the office, front and center leading a massive anti-West march. Back again outside Warner Brothers Discovery in Manhattan.
Does this guy have a fucking job? How do you make it to every
No matter the
protest?
cause, Sam is there. Here he is marching through Midtown Manhattan carrying "We Won't Starve for War" signs printed in English and Korean. And like clockwork, it goes back to being about Cuba and communism. Because just like the outside of the People's Forum doors where they brought signs out of, this is about a billionaire living in China trying to instill socialism in the West. Sam's well-funded enough to attend the 2023 HRC National Dinner in DC with his partner, the same gala where Biden and Jill spoke. It would seem like Sam
Wow.
protests for a living and also does whatever this is.
The fuck?
It would seem like Sam protests for a living and also does whatever.
He's got a dog mask? What the fuck? Oh, wow. He's got that, like, upper lip smile that rich people do? Wow.
Supporter or radical Islamist?
Oh, wait, whoa, what was the question?
Who do you have more in common with, a Trump supporter or radical Islamist?
Radical Islamist.
You saw someone wearing one of those red hats chanting "Make America Great Again," or you saw someone shouting "Allahu Akbar" running down the breezeway here. Who would you feel more safe with?
The one shouting Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, you would support the radical Islamists.
Yeah.
What is it about Trump supporters that you don't think you'd get along with them so well?
I'm gay.
Yeah, so are a lot of Trump supporters.
But you would get along with a radical Islamist?
Yes.
And you're gay?
Yes.
In solidarity with radical Islamists, would you look at the camera and say in solidarity, Allahu Akbar?
Allahu Akbar.
And would you
She can't even say it.
say "Make America Great Again" in solidarity with the Trump supporters?
No.
What is a bigger threat to America today, radical Islam or Trump supporters?
Trump supporters. I'll say Trump.
Trump supporters in MAGA.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say Trump supporters and MAGA.
I would have to go with the Trump supporters.
Trump supporters, MAGA.
Trump supporters and MAGA.
I'd say MAGA. But we should be able to allow people to be who they are.
Yeah. Even if they're a radical Islamist.
Yes. There's no right to judge them.
So if someone came running
But if the Trump supporters, no. Can't be who you are.
down the street, Allahu Akbar, or if there was someone on the opposite side saying, "Make America Great Again," got my red hat on, which side would you run to?
I don't know.
As Christians, and we're following Christ, do you think it's important to call out radical Islam?
No, because it's a freedom of religion.
It's a freedom of religion.
How many terrorist attacks did Trump supporters
I do love the conflation between freedom of religion and freedom from criticism. So that's pretty nice.
engage in last week?
So many.
Just guess.
Thousands.
If you're a radical Islamist watching this right now, we pray for your conversion.
It's whatever they want to do, then do it. Whatever they want to do.
Right. Khamenei's vigil in NYC. That's great. Okay, next up, we've got... Oh, this is a treat. So this protester, he had some big feelings, and he wanted to stop this cop who's on a horse, and so he tried to, I guess, block the horse. Now, you don't need to be a horse expert. You don't need to know really anything about horses to know that you probably shouldn't stand in front of a fucking horse. Like, you shouldn't try to overpower the horse. It's the size of a fucking car. So I think it's yeah, it's this guy right here tries to push the horse with his body, and the horse just knocks him. The horse doesn't give a shit. Just kicks him, knocks him the fuck down.
Watch your back. Watch your back.
I want to see more horses at protests. I think obviously it's working. Can't cry police brutality on a horse. This, oh my god, dude. I think this is my favorite of the bunch. It's on the thumbnail.
It's happening nationwide. No Kings. What does No Kings protest mean?
You know, I think it means that the Dow is over 50.
So this lady is doing something. She got this lady on a
So
chain.
that's what we should be paying attention to right now, okay? But really, we're sick and tired of this
Oh, then JD Vance is
administration and all the wrongs that they're doing. It makes us sick. Most American people feel the same way. We need to take
So that's Pam Bondi. That's JD Vance. I guess that's Caitlin
to the
Levitt.
streets and do something about it. We're out here making fun of these insane people that currently have power in the
Making fun of these insane people. Yeah. Yeah. You got them.
White House because you have to clown fascists. They hate it. It hurts their ego, and it gets people going.
Yeah, it's God, they're gonna look at this one and they're gonna be fuck. They made fun of me while being fucking weird, gross people. They made fun of me. I haven't watched this one. I actually haven't. This guy apparently got fired. He's big upset.
I was just fired. And that shit sucks.
That does suck. You look like you're 50, so that's probably very world-shattering for you. What happened?
I've worked at a company called Save Around for almost 9 years.
9 years. That's
And I have nothing bad whatsoever to say about the company at all. Save Around is a great company. They do really, really good work. I loved my job. I hate saying that it's loved versus love, but it's in the past now. I can't do anything about that. I have almost no doubt that it was because of the video that I made yesterday. The gentleman that I was referencing, I was being more coy. I don't need to really be coy now because what are they going to do? Fire me twice. Was the man who actually founded the company.
The founder, okay.
And I do have genuine love for the man. I do. My every interaction with him was always pleasant. And I do mourn his passing.
Okay.
I am sad that he is gone.
Wow.
I am happy that he is no longer in pain.
That's nice.
I am sad that he is gone. I also can't forgive who he voted for.
Why is it always this, man? Why is it when somebody dies, they're like, well, who did this guy vote for before I, like, get sad and, like, think that loss of human life? Like, their love and appreciation for you is so fucking conditional that if you step out of line at all, it just, wow, you know, your legacy's ruined, rotten piss.
You know, and I knew there was a risk when I made the video yesterday that it was going to cost me my job. That it could potentially cost me my job.
Yeah, so why would you fucking do it?
And I probably shouldn't have made it, but yeah. Hindsight's 2020. Now the likelihood that one of my employers just simply ran across my video is pretty slim. So somebody on here knows who I am, knows who I am, and knows who I work for. And you cost me my job. I hope you're happy.
Man, you know what? Just don't post shit about your employers and talking shit about them and telling them that they should be glad. You know. Don't just starting pitch. Probably just don't say, "Oh, I can't forgive who you voted for" to your founding person. Oh god, you have such bad memes in these comments every single time. God, it's like 9gag. Holy fuck. Anyways, that's probably it for tonight because I did have to restart the stream because I didn't have my mic on last time.